Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to Iron Anchor Cycles, or should I say, welcome to the new Iron Anchor Cycles. So if you're a subscriber of our channel and you've been following along, you probably noticed that we've been a little absent for about the last, I don't know, 2 or 3 months. And well, I'm here to explain why that is and let you know what we've been up to. So if you can see behind me, this may look familiar to you if you follow us on Instagram, which you should if you don't, at Iron Anchor Cycles. But if not, and you're just with us on YouTube, this should all look pretty new and nothing like what our shop used to look like before. And the reason for that is we moved. That's the pretty simple, straight answer. Basically, this was a bit of a long time coming. We had outgrown the space that we were in, which was about 2,000 square feet. And our neighbors had also changed a little bit. Things were getting a little dirty outside. It was difficult for us to have the garage doors open. We were cleaning bikes all the time. So for about the last year or so, we have been, I should say, looking for a new spot. And I found one. It was actually Easter Sunday was the day I saw it, the listing. And I had a lease in my hand 2 days later and a signed lease by the end of that week. So that would have been, I don't know, maybe 3 months ago now at this point. We needed to wait for the lease to start. We were doing some construction over here, building this place out, still working at the old shop. And then finally, right around, I guess, the middle of June, we shut down at the other shop, finished building out here, moved everything in. And then the last couple of weeks, we've been back up and running. I'd say we've been fully operational here, minus one key detail, which I'll show you. But fully operational other than that for about 2 weeks. We had a grand opening party a week or two ago as well. But basically, we're here now and we're going. So we've just been crazy, crazy busy building out the new shop. So trying to run one shop, build out over here, and also the move back and forth. Plus, we went away to a couple of events. We were at Americade in upstate New York, and we were at Laconia, New Hampshire. So it's been an insane couple of months for us. So unfortunately, YouTube kind of fell by the wayside a little bit. I had a dream in my head that I thought it'd be a really cool video series to do, showing us actually build this space out. I personally, it's one of the things I love watching on YouTube is people kind of building buildings and stuff like that. So I thought it'd be cool for us to do one, but it was just so much work and so much time and just, I was crazy. So there was really just no way to sacrifice any time by trying to document all of this. So unfortunately that didn't happen, but here we are. So that's where we've been. So what I want to do in this video today is, number one, welcome you all back. Number two, encourage anybody who's just joining us now to like the video, subscribe so you can follow along, see more stuff. And then number three, the big one is talk a little bit about the motorcycle that we are raffling off, partially because, well, it's awesome, and partially because, well, we kind of need the money. Moving and building a new shop's expensive, so we got a lot of bikes, so one of them's got to go to help cover some bills here. So hopefully you all want to join in on that, and I'll post the details about how to enter below in the description. I'll also talk a little bit about it when we get there, and I'll show you the bike and kind of walk you through all that. So I guess from here, we'll kind of walk you through the new shop, show you what we got. So let's go. All right. So we're gonna start the tour just kind of right where you'd walk in the shop. This is our, I guess you'd call it, reception area connected to the showroom area where we were just standing. And all of this is pretty new for us, right? So in our last shop, we were really just working out of a one bay, and we had a little office and kind of just did everything all in one room. And one of the things that we spent a lot of time doing here was mapping out and carving out different sections and spaces so that we could keep things separate. So hopefully it's gonna work out really well for us. We'll take a look and show you some of the stuff we did. So like I said, this is the reception area here. Down this hallway, we've got our office in the back with a lot more space for us to do what we gotta do, edit YouTube videos, invoices, bills, ordering, all that good stuff. Bathroom, fridge, nothing else interesting over there. As we kind of walk through this area, this is, like I said, the showroom, right? So really nice to be able to have a place where we can put some bikes on display, and we have parts and things like that that are all out that people can see and check out as they walk through. So I don't know, why don't you follow me? We'll come take a walk through here, see some of the stuff that we've got. So, you know, obviously, if any of this stuff is of any interest to anybody, our website has all these parts and things like that on it. You know, we can get you whatever you need, but just nice to have it all on display here at the shop. So we put up all these walls, like I mentioned, to separate this, hung up the grid wall, figured out a way to get all the parts kind of organized. You know, a bunch of sort of vendor racks, Yuasa batteries, Bellray oil, muck off cleaning stuff. And then, yeah, I mean, basically just the bikes and everything else like that on display. The next thing we'll do is come into probably the more interesting part of what we've got is the shop, and we'll take a look at that now, but might as well just take one more look sort of around that way, kind of see the whole thing, showroom area, bikes on display, you know, front desk, reception, all that good stuff. So that's that, and let's go this way. So this was really the big thing for us in the new shop, obviously. Wanting a nice, big, clean space in order to work on bikes and be able to get, you know, as much volume of business in here as we need to. So that's what we did. When we took this space over, it was actually a baseball training facility beforehand. I think I mentioned our old shop was about 2,000 square feet. This is about twice that, or a little over 4,000, I think. But basically it was just one wide open space with a bunch of AstroTurf on the ground. So we had to grind the floors to get rid of all the glue, and then we had the epoxy floors put down, which is such a nice upgrade. It's a little slippery when it's wet, but man, is it nice when you spill a drop of oil, you just go by and wipe it up and it's gone. So that's pretty cool. One of the things I mentioned was we were up and running on everything with the exception of one detail, and that detail is what's right behind me, which is the dyno room. So the dyno is in, it's calibrated, everything is hooked up there in terms of the machine itself. The one last detail that we're trying to work out is getting the HVAC done. So it's no big deal, all the parts are up there, the fan, the ducting, all that stuff, but just waiting on the contractor to have some time with all the AC service calls they've been getting because of the weather, they're just backed up. So as soon as we get that plumbed in, then we'll be ready to rock and roll on the dyno again. Otherwise, not a ton of activity going on in here today. Probably, I don't know, 4 or 5 customer bikes at the moment. Basically because we were trying to start slow in the new shop to give ourselves the time we needed to get everything buttoned up in terms of finishing setup, construction, all that stuff. So just starting a little bit slow to get us moving again, get some money coming back in, and we'll just be picking up and ramping up as things go. Speaking of money coming in, obviously we've got the Dyna giveaway bike here. We'll talk about this a little bit more a little bit later in the video, but here it is in all its glory, so definitely make sure to stick around later in the video to hear more about that, see more about that. We'll fire it up, let you check it out. So what else do we have over here? Lots of room for kind of dedicated things and space and whatever. We got tire stuff going on over here, tire machine, tire balancer, tire storage. We've got some seats and stuff there too. We got a bunch of acoustic paneling that still has to go in the dyno room. That's about 80% done, got a little bit more to go up. And then this is another room we built out over here. This is, we're calling sort of the dirty room or fab room or whatever you want to call it. Basically, the idea is to keep anything that's going to make any kind of a mess or dust or metal or anything like that just all in one space together. So we're setting up a bunch of workbenches in there, grinders, tools like that, so that we can just keep this area of the main shop nice and clean and clear. So then we got our kind of regular, you know, lift service tech area over here. We have the 2 lifts from the old shop currently set up. We've got more on the way. We spec'd the space out basically to be able to fit 4 lifts comfortably right here, which should be more than enough for what we do. So from there, we kind of have a little bit more storage, a little bit kind of a mess going on back here in the back corner. Obviously, we've got a little drain rack over here we made to deal with doing suspensions a little bit easier and clean out oil pans and stuff. Parts storage, customer stuff that's on bikes to keep tanks and fenders and things like that, saddlebags safe and secure. And then leading up to the mezzanine is this set of stairs over here. Mezzanine doesn't have anything going on in it yet. It's basically about another 500 square feet of usable space for us, in addition to what I mentioned. Probably we will come up with a plan to do something cool up there down the road, but not right away. So that's basically it. I mean, you know, it's funny, everyone said this place was huge when they first saw it, and now I walk through it and I feel like it's already too small, and we already, you know, have kind of covered every corner of it. But in any event, that's the new shop. We're gonna have a lot more going on in here, and hopefully now that we are back and here and running, we'll be able to do a lot more, get back into the YouTube thing, and show you a lot more stuff. So make sure to stick around for the end of the video. We're gonna talk about this bike now, and we'll see you next time. All right, so without any further ado, let's talk about the giveaway bike. So what we're doing here is we are raffling this bike off. We are doing 200 spots at $150 a spot. So pretty good odds of winning this bike, and obviously we can go through the full list of details of everything that's done to this bike, but I'm gonna include them down below in the description so that you can read it for yourself. But suffice it to say, basically everything you could possibly want on this bike is done. It's a beautiful, beautiful Dyna, and it rips. Makes about right around 120 on the dyno. Try and find the dyno sheet, get the exact numbers. We did it about 2 years ago, but it's a killer Dyna. Turns a lot of heads. It's really, really perfect. So just wanted the opportunity to show you all the bike, let you see it. We'll start it up. We'll do a little walk around. The lighting in here is not great yet, so hopefully that walk around is good. But just want to give you the opportunity to see the bike, hear it, and hopefully let you know about the contest and how you can enter to win. And the information, link in the description below to the page where we're selling the tickets, and all the info is there as well. So make sure you get on that, make sure you check it out. We're about half full at the time of recording this video, so hopefully in the next probably week or so, I'm hoping that we'll have this thing filled and ready to go. So that's it for the giveaway bike. Hope to see you on there. Hope to see you on our Instagram Live when we do the drawing for the bike. And we'll try to keep up with the YouTube videos now that we're settled in the shop. So that's gonna do it, and we'll see you next time.